Hey troops, Roxy here and welcome to Roxy Plays Games and welcome back to Green Hell. And I'm saying this with a sigh because this is take number 3. Why do I say that? Well, for anyone that has watched the videos that I had uploaded, you'll know what I'm talking about. For anyone that is new to the channel, this is basically what happened. I had recorded episode 1, which is the kind of tutorial that gets you to this point here, by this kind of little pond, very small lake, whatever you want to call it. And then I recorded episodes 2 and 3, uploaded them onto YouTube. I was recording episode 4, the game crashed, couldn't get back into the game, and had to do an integrity check through Steam, and for some reason it removed or deleted whatever my save files. So I didn't have a point of reference to save for, to start from. I was then left with two choices. I kind of make up, the gameplay up until that rough point, and then start recording again. But then everything's going to be different, look different, because every time you play the game, everything's different within the game. The layout of the land is always the same, but where animals are and plants and all that sort of stuff is different each time. So the other option I had was just to start again, get rid of those videos, and that's what I did. So take 2, I uploaded episode 2, and when I was recording episode 3, someone had left a comment on episode 2 saying that they could hardly hear my voice. So I played it back and I was like, no! Yeah, the game volume was too high and my voice volume was too low. So I took that one down and here we are, episode 2, take 3. I am not starting this all over again. I'm just going to roll with it. If it doesn't work out, then I'm just going to give up recording and just play the game. So the plan is we are going to gather sticks and stones. For those of you that are new and haven't seen my previous episodes that I have uploaded, the plan is over in that direction, not too far away, is a small village. This kind of runs around the back end of here, comes to a dead end, and kind of isolates this little area here. And as far as I'm aware, this little area is a little safe haven, I guess you could call it that. So we're going to run around, we're going to gather some sticks and stones. And we do have a walkie-talkie message.
Hello? Can anyone hear me? I had an accident.
Oh no.
I don't know what happened.
Not again.
Please. Help? Over.
That's 3 accidents I've had now.
Fuck.
Joke never gets old. Right, so we're going to collect sticks and stones. We're going to gather some food, if we can grab it. Thank you, and I thank you. So bananas are a great source of carbohydrates. We need sticks, stones and ropes to make our tools and weapons. And I have got a whole bunch of notebook entries which I'm going to leave until we get to this kind of little village that I'm heading to in a short while, where we're going to set up our initial base. It's not going to be our final base, but it's a great place to kind of make a little starting point, I guess. In here, sometimes there's iron kind of poking out here, and an obsidian stone. Obsidian stone is better than normal stone, so that will be great for the spear, so we do more damage and the spear will last longer. This liana is rope, and we need this. And now we've got some rope, we've got some sticks, and we've got some stones. We are going to make a few bits and pieces here. So, if we click tab and then open up our craft, first thing we're going to make is a blade. We're going to need one of these for now. Just going to move that over there. The next thing I am going to make is a axe. So craft. We want that, and we want the rope, and we want 2 stones. 1 and a 2, so we can craft an axe. And then the third thing I would like to make is a hand tool for starting a fire. So we're going to go back to here. We just need 1 normal stick and 1 small stick, and that will make a hand drill. So we've got a hand drill for making a fire. We will need tinder, so we can get some dry leaves or bird nests for that. We've got an axe, we've got a blade, so this will be for chopping trees and bushes down. This will be for harvesting animals, and we need to make a spear. To make a spear, we're going to use the axe to chop this baby down here, and this will give us a long stick, and the long stick with the obsidian stone is going to make our spear. So right click and craft. So we've got the long stick, we have got the obsidian stone, and we have got the rope. You can use the stone blade, but obviously this is going to last longer, and even when the stick breaks, the obsidian stone can be reused because it will last quite a while. Right, so let's pick up the rest of these sticks. We can carry 10 sticks and small sticks. We can harvest long sticks into normal sticks. We can harvest normal sticks into small sticks. And sometimes the trees will give us logs. So I'm just having a quick look around this area. Top up, so we've got 7 small sticks at the moment. Pick number 8. These orange mushrooms are a source of carbohydrates. Not a lot, but it does give us a bit of carbs. But it also cures parasites. So if we eat anything while we've got dirty hands, because that will obviously cause, well, not obviously, but that can cause parasites. Eat or drink anything with dirty hands will do that. Nuts are a great source of protein, of fats. All of these things are popping up in our notebook, but like I said, we'll read that when we get to the village. It is getting dark. Something you could do is you could create your base here, because it's safe, as far as I'm aware. But we're not going to do that. We're going to head to the danger zone. We'll grab that stone, we'll harvest this stone. We should be good for stones now, I think. Yeah, we've got a few stones there. The stones are quite abundant, so we'll just leave them for now. I've got my spear out already. Now we are kind of in the danger zone. There's a kind of rat or a mouse over there. They're almost impossible to kill, and you've got to be very, very vigilant when you're walking around the jungle. And the reason why I'm saying that is you could be running through here and not see that rattlesnake, but I've seen it from over here. Very hard to spot, but I can just about see the tail wiggling. So yeah, at night time they're almost impossible to see. It's getting ready to strike me, but I'm going to kill it. So that's going to be a little bit of protein for us. So we just harvest that with our stone blade. They're deadly. If they sting you, you're going to lose health, you're going to lose sanity, and then you're eventually going to die if you don't treat it. The way we treat that, for those of you that didn't watch the tutorial episode number 1, is a bandage with tobacco. Not Chewbacca, tobacco. Is that the word? Tobacco? Right, this plant is the bandage plant, so we want this. Definitely want this stuff here. So that's given us 3 leaves, so we can make 3 bandages out of that. I'm going to grab some more of the rope. And that white thing in the background that you can see, if you're wondering what that is, it's a mushroom. Now, in my previous episodes, I can't remember which one it was, that's obviously not on YouTube anymore, I ate one of these and it made me sick. Very sick. So my personal advice is don't eat them. Right, is this a tobacco? I'm not sure if this is tobacco. I always get the tobacco leaves mixed up. This may be the unknown, yeah, unknown flower. So it's similar to the tobacco, but it isn't. Right, I can see a bird's nest here. So we're going to take this bird's nest. We can use this for creating ember for our fire. And I'm all full up on ropes. I'm all full up on snicks. I wish I had a snicks. We're all full up on sticks and small sticks. That was a armadillo. Yellow mushrooms. There's two types of yellow mushrooms. You've got these kind of open cup style yellow mushroom. And then, oh, there's another snake there. We'll kill you. Kill you. Die like that. Yeah, there's two types of yellow mushrooms, an open cup and a closed cup. One of them, and I can't remember which one, but one of them improves your sanity. One of them doesn't, but they both give carbohydrates. And we will, we've got both types now, and we will find out which one does what. Because they do degrade over time, so you want to eat them before they do degrade, otherwise they're kind of wasted. We'll grab this snail, a little bit of protein, not a lot, but every little helps, as they say. Right, so we kind of, oh, look at that little beast there. Let us try and kill that. Nah, he's walking away. So we've kind of gone from the little safe haven to this kind of next patch here, and there's a river that runs down that direction. It runs along there and it kind of comes back around on itself, and then kind of U-bends back around again. So it's kind of like, this is like another little island, not a safe haven by any means. Whoa, whoa, nearly falling off there. Rivers or waterfalls are a great source for finding rocks if you're ever short of them. And there are hostiles in this little area and beyond. But essentially, the little village that we want to head to is kind of in that direction. You could walk through the jungle and hope that nothing gets you, but it's getting dark. I don't like darkness at the best of times, but certainly being in an unknown Amazon jungle where there's lots of predators. So if you just follow this river along, the village is on the edge of the river. So I'm walking along, I'm looking for bananas, for some carbs. There we go, here's some just here. Well, I'm going to grab these bananas. What we will do with the bananas is we will eat them, but I'm going to keep one banana and harvest the seed. Because when you have seeds, you can plant them and grow your own crops. I just seen something fall in here. Was it a nut? Yes, it was. So we have a nut. We have two nuts. I hope I have two nuts. Oh, there's a dead bird here. We'll take you. So dead bodies, you can pick them up. You can lay them on the ground near your fire. They don't degrade when you place them on the floor, but as far as I'm aware, they will eventually despawn. Right, so we're at the village. That's it, really short distance. Like I said, you could have gone through the jungle, but I wouldn't advise going through at night time. Just down this path here, there's a little bit of a clearing, and in this clearing there's generally a load of these pig things. I can't remember what the proper name for them is, but there's a few of them around. Let's try and kill this one here. Yeah! In the head. Oh, rolling down the hill, rolling down the hill. Peccary, that's it. So we'll harvest you. Get some peccary meat. Peccary meat's a really good source of proteins and fats, which we need both of. And now I'm overburdened. I'm going to get rid of some of my bones. I don't need all of these bones. And anything else, I'll get rid of one stone just so I can walk a bit quicker. There we go. I can always go back for those bones if I need them. Bones you can harvest into needles. I'm not 100% sure on everything you can use for needles, but I know one of them is for, like, you can get these blisters on your skin which you need to burst and then put a bandage over. Right, so we're in the village. There's not much here, it's abandoned. And we got a message, examine the tribe village. So, before we do that, we are going to open up our notebook because we've got so many things going on here. First one, find help, examine the tribe village. Okay, we're going to do that. What happened? Where is Mia? She called me from a tribe village. What was she afraid of? What was I running from? Facts, it's the 33rd, question mark. Day of expedition. My notebook is drenched in the water. I don't have any supplies. Mia's not responding. Arrows, so we can make arrows with small sticks and bird feathers. So this kind of gives us our how we make stuff. Yeah. So this is telling us how to make an axe. So generally, when you pick something up, if you can craft something with it and it's not in your diary, it will appear in here. We got all of our different plants that we can make. Right, so tobacco, it's kind of so it's like a pink rather than the purple. Okay, so we got the pink and the purple. They do look different. That's got like a longer stalk, and that's more bushy. Okay, right, so that's something to be aware of. Macro elements. So we've got fats, we've got carbohydrates, proteins, and water. We already know that. Sanity. If we get tired, or if we eat stuff that makes us go insane, we start hallucinating. Scratches and abrasions, if we don't treat it, it will become worse. Dirt, right, so we got this icon down here, and this tells us that we are dirty. Yes, I'm a dirty man. We can use water to clean ourselves. This is like our XP bar, although it's not an actual bar, but everything that you do, from fishing to harvesting to throwing, starting fires, all that sort of stuff, you get points for, and the more points, the bigger the prize. Not quite, but essentially it'll either increase your damage, it will reduce stamina usage. What else have we got on here? Discover new recipes, reduce tool wear, so it makes it better for you. Okay. Up here we've got nothing. This is mud stuff. We will discover that in the next episode. Different frames here. So we've got frames where we can put stuff, attach stuff to it, like walls, short walls, doorways, side doorways, sheds, roofs. If we put a roof on it, we can save the game, and that's going to be one of the first things we would want to do. And ladders. And the reason why I say one of the first things we want to do is if you die, you're back at the start again. And that's going to be a real pain in the butt. So we don't want to do that. We can make fires for cooking food. There's nothing in this entry at the moment. We can make a stone trap. And we can make shelters. And shelters we can save the game. So we've got these types of shelters. We've got beds we can make. We've got a hut shelter. This is what we're going to make because this seems to be the easiest, cheapest material one to make as far as I'm aware. I could be wrong, but certainly for palm leaves anyway. It may require more long sticks, but we can make stands for all of our different things. So we've got one for ropes, we've got one for sticks, small sticks, normal sticks, stones. We can make one for long sticks, and planting pots. Now I'm not 100% sure what you can put in the small ones, but I do know that in the large ones, or you need a large one to put your banana in, and fruits as well. And as far as I'm aware, you can't plant nuts. Right, let's have a quick sip of my tea. That's going cold. Been sat there for 20 minutes, and well, yeah, got a cold cup of tea now. Right, so we need to examine the tribal village. That's an iguana. The hissing sounds like a snake, but it's not. So we've got this little bit of a shelter here, so we can place the fire here, so it's not out in the rain, getting wet. We've got some sticks and logs. We've got a hammock here. Hammock we can use to sleep on. We can't save the game here, but at least we can sleep. We got a bone knife, so we can use that for harvesting. We got banana leaves, another little bit of a dry area we can use for storing bits and pieces, and another one on some sticks. We can't seem to be able to pick that up, which is a bit of a pain because that would be great for doing stuff and things with. We got a dryer. So with the dryer, what we can do is we can actually come in here and get our meat. So let's put the meat on here. There's 7 slots on this dryer, and we have wow, 7 bits of meat. Now it does take a few in-game days to dry, but then what it's going to do, it's going to last a lot longer. So when it's raw, you can see it's going to last less than a day. When you cook it, it will last between a day and 2 days. When you dry it, it will last between 4 and 5 days. So I would always advise making sure you're drying meat all the time, and then obviously cooking meat to eat. And when the dry meat is dried, you can use that to go on your little expeditions around the jungle, because you know you're going to have plenty of protein on you that's going to last a while. And in the centre here we've got this burnt fire, and there's a burned backpack. Ooh, I wonder what's in here. Oh, we've got some charcoal.
Ooh, it's a map. Or at least what's left of it.
Right, so we've got a map. Press M to look at the map.
Lambda 2. Doesn't ring a bell.
Okie dokie, so if we go back to our notebook and then go back up here, examine the tribe village, check Lambada 2 location, so that's the job that we need to do. We've got some more entries in here, and we can make stone rings. I'm not quite sure what you use that for. Maybe you put the fire in the middle. I've not made one, so I don't know. And we can also make a dryer now and a bamboo dryer. So it seems that you can make stick and bamboo variants of different things. Right, burned pages, let's read these. I'm not going to read all of this out. I shall leave it on the screen for you guys to pause the video and read if you so wish. So we've got 1, 2, 3 episodes, 3 paragraphs there. Let's scroll down and we'll leave it there for a few seconds. You can hit pause, read through, and let's close it down. We've got another notebook entry. Righty, so is this the village where is everybody? There is no sign of natives or Mia. Burn backpack, book, notes and map. Who does it belong to? It's given us the coordinates here. 46 west, 26 south. And that kind of shelter there. From the notes, Alahusia helps patients with amnesia, only in the presence of a shaman. Feudal, is this safe? Have I done this before? Is there any other way? Step 1, light a fire under a ceremonial cauldron. Collect the ingredients and put them inside. So we need to get this vine kind of stuff here, and we need to get these berries. Bring to the boil and drink a ceremonial bowl. And here we can see we've examined the tribe village now, so that's ticked off. We need to make and drink this Alahusia to restore our memory. And the ceremonial bowl is just here. And the big tree, so we've got a big tree here. So this is going to have the vines on, so we can see these vines here. Not sure how many we need. And this is the berry plant that we need to chop down. We're not going to do that in this episode because I'm yet to actually do this. I didn't get to that point. My last playthroughs that I did that have gone, I did lots of gathering and exploring. I kind of didn't really follow this, but we are going to follow this now. So find help, check Lambada 2, they're kind of in the bold, and then we've got this little one. So this seems to me like it's a side mission, and these ones are your main missions. So what we're going to do in the next episode is we are going to do this side mission, if that's what you would call it. I think we're full of sticks, aren't we? Yeah. So what we need to do now is we're getting tired. The time is oh, it's 3:20 in the morning. Wow, let's get some sleep, because that's going to be quite important before we pass out. We've got a little sleepy icon going on. You can hit the wake up button and wake yourself up before the time expires, which we are going to do a little bit earlier than I needed to. We're not fully restored on energy, but I just didn't want to be sleeping through the whole day. This trunk now has grown some mushrooms, so that's all cool. But our stats are not looking great. We need water, we need carbs, which we've got, we need protein and fats, which we've got, but water we don't. Excuse me, we don't. Lots of rain, and there's a great river here. However, it's dirty, and if we drink this, we are most likely going to end up sick or get parasites. Now, we do have, if we go into our inventory, we do have some orange mushrooms, and orange mushrooms, as I said earlier, cure parasites. We haven't eaten any yet, but when you eat or drink something, or you do something, it will show you the effects. It says at the moment unknown, but once we eat those mushrooms, it will tell us the effects of eating those items. As an example, this snail, I know gives us protein. We can cook it, so it's tastier, but then it'll give us less nutrients rather than it being raw, as opposed to raw meat. You don't want to eat raw meat, although technically this is... Oh shit. Oh shit.
God, I'm thirsty.
Why? Why is there... Wow, did you see that, guys? There's a dude over there, which is a little bit concerning, because now I don't know whether he's going to attack us. I don't know how many there is over there. Oh no, this has kind of changed all of my plans now, because I was going to go around, I was going to look for a coconut. The reason why I was going to look for a coconut is coconuts are a great source of water and food when you eat the flesh, but then you can chop the coconut in half, place the coconuts on the ground and collect water, and it's a clean source of water. I can't do that now, knowing that there's a guy right there. You can just see him, looks like he's dancing or something. Oh, I'm in a situation, because if you die, we're back to the start, and I don't want to have to do all of this all over again. I can try and kill him. What do you reckon, guys? We need water. I'm going to have to drink this dirty water. It's not what I want to do. But we got mushrooms. If we get sick... Yep, that's not nice. Let's drink some more. Right, we've got 2 parasites. So if we go into here, we need to eat 2 of these. So as you can see here, -1 parasite, 5 carbohydrates, and now it tells you when you hover over it what it's actually going to do for you. We need to eat 1 more. Right, let's have a look at our stats again. Let's eat some bananas. We'll eat 2 bananas, that should be good. Right, so water and carbs is looking great now. Proteins and fats we will sort out after hopefully killing this guy. Right, we've got a leech. So let's press C and inspect. Get off you dirty little things. Right, I need to be very cautious, because if I die, it's game over and I'm starting all over again, because I don't have a save point. I could rush around and try and make a shelter to save before going to kill him, but that's going to take time, and I wanted to do that in the next episode, because I didn't want this one being too long. I was just about to say as well, when you're going through rivers, be cautious. I don't know whether there's piranhas or not. I haven't personally discovered any, but there are stingrays and crabs. Crabs are fine, but stingrays will sting you, obviously, and you will eventually die. So we are going to attempt to sneak up and kill this guy. I don't know how successful it is, or will be. I don't know how many of them there are. And I'm hoping he's kind of glitched out on that tree to make my job a little bit easier. He's making lots of call noises. I hope he isn't calling for other people. I think he is. Oh crap. Oh crap. Oh yes, he died. Spear in the butt. Oh, right, that was concerning. What's this on the ground? Stick blade? Right, what did that give us then? 3, 4? Oh, so we got this stick blade. Okay, so we can use that for killing stuff, I guess. But we want our obsidian spear back. It does appear that the obsidian spears do more damage than a stone spear. You got anything more on you? Let's harvest. We're not going to eat the meat, because I'm no cannibal for sure. Although as a last resort, if I had to, I would. But we've got some feathers, great. So let's get rid of this human meat, because I'm definitely not going to eat you. That'll be pretty gross. We've got 5. We've got some feathers. Okay. Unknown flower dried. I don't know what that is. Toucan body. Right, we've got 5 dirt on us now. We've got a little bit dirty from harvesting that dude. So if you come to water, come to the dirty water to clean yourself. Ironic that, isn't it? Right, so that's me now clean. I can see some sticks up. Oh, I'm full of sticks, aren't I? Right, let's head back over to the village. And one last final thing I wanted to... oh look, there's a stingray there. Can you see him? Caught ya. Take. No space in backpack. Okay, we'll come back for you, fella. Right, so we're going to go back and get that. We're just going to drop some stuff off, and then I've got one last thing I wanted to go through with you before we end this episode. Backpack. Right, so I need to kind of store some bits and pieces. So let's us throw the bones and stuff like that over here. I don't know how valuable bones are. We're going to throw stones next to the bones because they rhyme, stones and bones. Oh, look at that pile. Look. Oh man, it fell over. Let us put leaves and stuff over here. I can't pick you up. So let's put these unknown herbs there. We're going to make some bandages with these, so we'll leave them where they are for now. We will put this unknown dried flower and feathers. We use feathers for making arrows, but we're not going to make them just yet. Put them there. We're going to keep this on us. We're going to keep that on us for making fire. Over here is the dryer. So let's drop the bird body, the toucan body. When you drop stuff down, it doesn't decay as such. Like with meat, raw meat. Once you harvest it, so we right click and harvest it, we'll get the meat, but the meat will eventually decay and you can't eat it, it'll spoil. Whereas if you leave the body here, it will last for a few days. As far as I'm aware, they will eventually despawn, but certainly there's no point in me harvesting this and then having nowhere to put it or cook it. Although I probably will end up cooking it. Right, where was that stingray? I definitely want to be... there it is. Taking you with me, sir. Thank you very much. And I'm going to just drop the stingray down here. Right, so let's look at our stats. So proteins and fats are around about halfway. Water and carbs are looking good. We know we got some pigs over there we can go and harvest for proteins and fats. We got some, as far as I'm aware, these are quite lean proteins, so they won't give us as many fats. And the other thing with eating meat, once it's cooked or dried, is it also improves your sanity, which is good news. That iguana keeps hissing and it scares me. We've got some more of these plants here for making bandages. Definite big bit of advice I would give you is make sure that you've got bandages on you at all times, and preferably some bandages with... what's that there? Oh, it's a stick. Yeah, preferably with tobacco properties on there for curing anti-venom. Not all of the bandages, just like one or two with anti-venom on, and then a bunch of just straightforward normal bandages. What's that? What's that? What's that? What's that? What's that? Oh my god, really? In the eyeball socket. In the eyeball socket. Oh no, in the skull bone. What on earth is going on? Right, this game, guys, is seriously hardcore. Right, I've played a lot of survival games, from Ark Survival to Star Wars, and lots of other survival games. And well, Star Wars probably isn't much of a survival game, but there is kind of a building element to it. But this game is pure hardcore. Like my other episodes that unfortunately aren't on YouTube anymore, I've died a few times. But as you can see, we're literally just starting the game off. We had a warrior over there. Granted, he wasn't hunting us. Well, he didn't come to attack us, but it looked like he was hunting us. I managed to kill him before. And then we had this Jaguar just appear. I heard the growling, and there he was. Wow. Right, let us take my spear back first of all. I'm going to leave you there. I don't know whether you will despawn at some point, but I'm just going to leave you there because you look so cool and you can be my screenshot. Let me just screenshot you. Done. Yeah. Hardcore, guys. Hardcore. If you want to play a survival game that isn't simple, it has a storyline. Granted, the storyline's obviously going to come to an end at some point, and I don't know what the future is for the game, but you can make this last as long as you want. Like, we have our story here, or story so far. We need to find help. We need to check Lambada 2 location and drink this drink. Lambada 2 is here. The drink thing's over there. But we could just go around. We could go exploring. I don't know how much exploring we can do before it kind of stops us, and then we have to do those jobs or tasks or missions, whatever you want to call them. But you can make this game last. Iguana, I keep hearing hissing, I think it's a snake. Yeah, you can make this game last a very, very long time. or you can kind of rush through it if you're that type of person. I'm not. I will be eventually finding a spot that I can build a base. I was tempted to build a base here, but it's not very big, and I want to have a nice big area with a courtyard in the middle and a gateway to kind of get in and out to stop this kind of thing happening. Because it's open, I could be stood here eating my meat or cooking my meat, turn around and I've got a Jaguar in my face, or warriors turning up to skin me alive. So I'm going to call it an end of an episode here, guys. The time is getting on a little bit. It's going to be dark soon, and we've been going a little bit longer than I planned because, well, the warrior and the Jaguar kind of spiced this episode up a little bit. Plans for next episode is we are going to make a fire so we can cook some meat to get our stats up for our proteins and fats, and we're going to go hunting, or foraging is probably the better word, for coconuts. We want at least one coconut so we can start collecting the rainwater, so we got a clean source of water rather than having to keep drinking the dirty water from here. Yes, I know I can just eat some orange mushrooms to cure parasites, but you know they're going to run out eventually, and I don't know what the respawn time, if at all, is, and unfortunately you can't harvest them, you can only eat them or destroy them, and they decay. I mean, this has got 2 hours, and as you can see the minutes timer goes down quite quick. It's not real time in game, so I'm just going to eat these now because otherwise they're just going to go and then I won't have any. Oh, look at those 2 little frogs going past. Yeah, frogs, poison dart frogs. I'm not worked out how you actually make poison darts yet, if you can even make poison darts, but if you pick them up then expect to die. That's all I'm going to say. Right guys, so thanks very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. It's been certainly exciting, it's been scary for me, and hopefully helpful for you guys so you can see the basics of what to do. Food and water is, in any survival game, the primary objective, followed by shelter and fire, and staying alive. See you later guys, be safe, and I'll see you soon.